so I'm here to talk to you about euthanization of pets. And so, nationally, roughly 4 million animals are killed in shelters every year. Of these, roughly 95% of all shelter animals are healthy and treatable. Specifically, according to the Humane Society of Central Texas, each year, 2.7 million animals are euthanized, 1.2 million dogs, and 1.4 million cats. Kill shelters are horrible, inhumane, and overall completely unnecessary for multiple reasons. No animal deserves to be on death row when they are the victim of inhumane treatment and because of society's desire for the perfect companion. The euthanization of animals is avoidable, and all we have to do is start taking action by adopting, not shopping, volunteering at local pet shelters, and recognizing that there are more humane ways to decrease population in shelters than euthanization. So first I'm going to start off with adopting, not shopping. And so when you adopt, you're saving a life. You are also getting an animal you kind of already know a little bit about. So behind me, I picked out 3 from our Huntsville Humane shelter. These 2 puppies, Ace and Prowl, are 8 weeks old, and they were surrendered to the Huntsville Humane Society because their owner could not take care of them. They bred these puppies and they weren't able to care for them, so they just stuck them in a shelter. And then the 3rd one, this is Charles. He's been there for his whole entire life, and he learns, he loves to play and learn, and so they give you these little backgrounds about them so you know what you're getting into. Most of them are trained. The older they are, the more trained they are. And if you get from a breeder, you don't know necessarily how they're going to be, how they're going to act, and they're called trauma pets. You don't know what they've been raised by, and how they'll act around other pets, kids, and cats. And so the second thing that you can do is volunteer work. And so being an active volunteer at Austin Pets Alive and Huntsville Humane Society, the few things that I did was fostering, but you can also do things like walking, cleaning, donating money, photography, which is a huge thing that I push people to do, is because you can go in there, take out a dog or cat, take pictures of it and post it on their website, and you get volunteer hours for that. Web assistance, and personally my favorite is fostering. I know it's not a big favorite thing because people hate to have to get rid of the pets and find them homes, but to me that's the best part, is giving them to a family that will be able to care for them. And eventually, after 2 to 3 months, we usually get photos and a little paragraph back from the families saying how they've gotten along with the family and their kids, and I think it's the most amazing experience. So another thing is humane way to decrease population in shelters is neutering and spaying. This is one thing that's overlooked by many people because they think, oh, I got a cute puppy, I'm not going to spay or neuter it because I want to breed it and have a bunch of little cute puppies, but they don't realize the responsibility it takes. And Huntsville has one of the worst cat problems that I've ever experienced in volunteering at humane shelters. It's so bad that Huntsville will neuter or spay all their cats, and the ones that they can't take care of, they drive 100 miles out, they drop them off, and they expect them to find their way back because they can't care for those animals. That they just drop them off and hope that they find their way back so they have a little time to get back on their feet and get some cats adopted out so they can take them in. A big thing is people say, I don't want to spay or neuter my animal because it's expensive. Veterinary clinics are expensive, and they are. But a lot of organizations around here have decided that, we need to make it more available. So there's something called Emancipet. And Emancipet is an organization that travels around. So there's traveling and there's in clinics, and spaying and neutering can be as cheap as $40. So in a clinic, like an actual vet clinic, it can be $140. But at Emancipet, they've lowered the cost to make it more affordable and to make it easier for everyone to do it. And Emancipet, they travel around. So in Austin, we have 2 in-clinics, and they travel out Hutto, up to Huntsville, Houston, and these big carts. And they have free days also where you can get your pet's shots, neutered on the spot. And most dogs and cats that are being euthanized each year are not even suffering from illness or pain. If a dog is euthanized for any other reason, the person in control is guilty of committing an abominable act. They do not call dogs man's best friends for nothing. With proper training, every single pet has the potential of making a great house companion and becoming an important part in an owner's life. And so, this is my newly adopted puppy, Cleo. She is 3 months old, and I adopted her from Austin Pets Alive. She came from a kill shelter that APA had bought out, and she was the only one in her litter to survive from being euthanized. So her parents and her other litter mates were euthanized before APA was able to get there. And to me, hearing that story and seeing her behind the gate immediately made me want to get her. I mean, she's super cute. She might bite a lot and stuff like that, but that's puppy play. And so, to me, even the littlest step as volunteering, adopting as I did, and just making sure you can get your pet neutered or spayed can help tremendously. It might not feel like a lot, but it is a huge portion that you're helping with. And so, please help me by helping them. No matter how small, it will make a difference.